Cathie Wood is one of the top investment managers right now, managing over $50 billion of investor money. She recently spoke at the SALT conference and on the Bankless podcast, where she's been dropping some serious Ethereum bombshells. I'll link to the full 90-minute video below, but in this video, I wanted to share the biggest takeaways I got when it came to Ethereum. These include the banks are bleeding money to the new yield revolution going on. People are now waking up to the fact that why store money in the bank earning 0.1% when there are companies that will give you 5 to 10% on your savings. So in this video, we'll be looking at how the banks are getting crushed by crypto and money and wealth is being transferred out of the banking system, Cathie Wood's most recent thoughts on Ethereum and the two bombshells that she recently dropped, and when it comes to crypto, why Cathie Wood still believes we are just getting started. As always, if you do enjoy anything in the video, then drop a like, always appreciated. Okay, there is a big transfer of money and wealth going on right now. People are moving their money out of bank accounts and into crypto savings and lending protocols. I'll leave a link below to the one that I personally use, but for now, let's take a look at some of these bombshells just dropped by Cathie Wood. Check it out.
I think part of the heightened regulatory talk here in the United States and elsewhere, but it's really taken off in the last few months here, is because what you are talking about, the yield, has attracted so much interest that the banks themselves are beginning to feel it. I have been shocked. I listened to especially JP Morgan's call. It's a good kind of staple to understand what's going on in the banking industry. And, you know, in a V-shaped recovery, Jamie Dimon was telling us that their loan growth would be negative through the end of this year. I said, what? And I began to think, could it be? Could what's going on in the Ethereum world already be impacting banks? You know, prices are determined at the margin. And so this could be really hurting the banks. And I think I'm going to take a very close look during the next few earnings seasons to see if we can dimension it. You know, the search for yield, which again, the extremes, the bond market in the traditional world, I believe is in a bubble, certainly on the corporate credit side, which is where the risk is. And I can't help but believe that others believe the same and are searching elsewhere for yield, especially the hedge funds, I would say. I think part of the regulatory heat that is taking place now is because the banks are beginning to see how much this is going to hollow them out.
Did you get that? So, in a V-shaped recovery, so with everything bouncing back and getting back to normal, we just had the CEO of JP Morgan saying that their loan rates this year are going to be negative. What's going on in crypto, and especially with Ethereum as it's the market leader when it comes to DeFi and stablecoins, is that people are no longer choosing banks when it comes to high-yield savings accounts and borrowing money. For the first time in history, banks now have competition, and their monopoly on the financial system is under threat. It's crazy to think, but there is a financial revolution going on right now where people are able to cut out the middleman and take the big yields for themselves. Okay, next up, Cathie Wood shares her latest thoughts on Ethereum, and another big bombshell just dropped. Check it out.
We've been evolving our point of view on Ether. When we started our analysis, we were pretty much, and this was with Chris, Bitcoin was what we needed to understand first, but we were keeping our eye on all of the other assets, and we stuck pretty closely to the thesis, the FAT protocol thesis, which says that the value accrual will take place more at the currency level. And we believe there would be only a few currencies in the world, much like there are today. We thought Bitcoin would be the reserve currency, and we were looking for the other currencies. And Ether was showing up as a very strong second. And I have been surprised at how Ether and the Ethereum network is mushrooming with stablecoins, NFTs, decentralized finance. It's clearly satisfying a huge unmet need. I remember saying very early on, follow the developers. Well, using that metric, Ethereum is off the charts, whereas Bitcoin is steady as she goes, still increasing, steady as she goes, but clearly Ethereum, decentralized finance, NFTs, have hit a responsive chord. I think bringing the creator community into this ecosystem is, helping it go a little bit viral more quickly than we would have expected.
So she says Ethereum is blowing up right now when it comes to DeFi and stablecoins and NFTs, which is clearly satisfying an unmet need. But for me, it's when she referred to Ethereum as a currency. She said that the value accrual will come from currencies and Bitcoin will likely be the foundation, but that Ether could become some form of currency, which is huge. And she also gave a great tip when it comes to which networks and protocols to follow and invest in. As she said, follow the developers. Follow the developers. And when it comes to developers, Ethereum is off the chart and way ahead of the competition. Okay, and to finish up, for all the people worried they may be joining crypto too late, here is Cathie Wood explaining why we are still just getting started. Take a look.
$2 trillion. So nearly 10% of the US economy, or 2% of the global economy already. Remember the Asia example I gave, where only 5%, 4%, but growing enormously. So in many ways, crypto has arrived and is not going to go away. I completely agree with Chris. I think going through the big volatility bouts as we were just getting institutional interest, May, I think there was a little bit of a pullback, but, I think, and you could see this with Ether, especially, it didn't skip a beat. It worked brilliantly. Whereas most in the financial world are just saying this, just because they don't understand exactly how it's set up. They're just saying this is leverage upon leverage. This is upon leverage. This thing's going to come crumbling down. So the more times we go through volatility and the network comes out stronger for it, the more credibility it will have and the more confidence investors will have in it.
So, crypto's now at a size where it's seriously disrupting the financial system. Bank lending is beginning to go negative, and money is flowing out of the banks and onto crypto lending and saving platforms. There are many good companies to choose from. I'll link to the one that I personally use below, but it also looks like there could be some regulation coming from the SEC. Cathie Wood believes Ethereum is a serious contender for becoming a currency, and this would mark a major shift in the evolution of money. And with the crypto market sitting at around $2 trillion, this is only 2% of the global economy. So this says that it's still very early days, but do expect some big volatility over the coming months and years. So there you are, guys. It looks like Cathie Wood is seriously warming up to Ethereum, and fun fact, she's now the largest holder of the Grayscale Ethereum Trust, and she's now recommending a portfolio of 60% Bitcoin and 40% Ethereum. For now, just to say then, if you did enjoy anything in the video, then drop a like, and a big thank you to everyone who does. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, then click below and join us. Got some great videos coming up that you don't want to miss. Okay, cheers guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.